Welcome to the Ice Cream Uploads Arena, ladies and gentlemen. This is, some may say, the most exciting arena in the Premiership right now. Ice Cream Uploads, newly promoted to the Premiership, last season's champions of the Championship, the team that everyone writ off. At the very best, everyone expected them to get promotion by the playoffs, maybe not even make the playoffs. But we ripped up that script. We won the Championship. We are Premier League, and we still in the top four after 5 games in already. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Ice Cream Uploads Arena. Take a seat inside the management office. Yo, welcome in. Welcome in. Just be careful on that floor. It's just been polished as well. Yeah, just no scuffs. Yeah, chill out. See what you're doing there. Anyway, welcome in. My name is Graham Day, one half of the co-management team here at Ice Cream Uploads FC, and this man, who for some reason is not allowed in this room, even though I am, is the man that we call Baby. It's COVID. Just don't ask questions. Just agree with it. It's fine, and then we move on. Anyway, this is the Baby. Sorry, Michael Meehan. I've got a picture of the chairman just in front of me, so on the wall, so you know, Michael Meehan, aka Baby. It's fine.
That's me.
So for those of you that may not have been here for the last stream, Ice Cream Uploads. Well, let's rewind another one. Friday last week, we finished off the transfer window. We locked down the squad. What a squad it is! But we then started off our fixtures in the Premiership, and things were going wonderful for us at the very beginning. Go up a little bit further.
Stay frosty, yeah.
A little bit further.
Not starting in the kitchen just feels weird.
Just want to mix it up there. Okay, good. Yeah, start. There we go. Follow. So there we go. So this is how we started. Actually, before we do that, I've got to use this. First, say thank you to Chucky for your well. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you very much for the 4-month sub. Thank you very much using your Twitch Prime. If you've got Twitch Prime, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, make sure you use it. I don't know if everyone knows. I genuinely thought everyone knew. But I'm going to go through the Twitch Prime plug, not just for our benefit, but also for yours as well. But talking with someone on stream the other day, didn't realize that they have Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime, and you get 1 free sub to a channel. I mean, if you want to use it on us, that's amazing, but make sure you link your Twitch Prime, your Amazon Prime, and your Twitch account together. You get a Twitch Prime, so you can get to sub to one channel, whether you use it or us or not, whatever. Just make sure you use it once a month, and you have to use it every month, so make sure you do it. And Chucky's just done it, so he now gets access to our exclusive emotes just for doing that. Anyway, back in to this. This is what I was talking about. We started off first game in the Premier League. Ice Cream Uploads 2, Fulham 0. Next game, Ice Cream Uploads away at Newcastle, win 4-0. That was the first episode. 6 points, 6 goals, 2 wins. Phenomenal. Is this how easy the Premiership is? But then fast forward to Monday's episode, and things that changed a little bit. Press down.
Sorry.
Oh, back.
Yeah, sorry, you keep on chopping out, so I'm not sure what it is that you're saying. I imagine you're just talking about things, but you keep on breaking up.
Oh, I said press down, as in to move to these. But there we go.
Sorry, I thought you said press back.
So this is how things then fared. Obviously, we thought we'd completed the Premiership. Let me just actually come off this screen and go on this one so you can see us while we're doing it. Anytime. There we go. So after 6 points in 2 games, we thought we were flying high. Went to Watford, another 3-0 win, 9 goals, 9 points. What is this? But then we got suddenly back down to earth with a bump. This is the Premiership, as West Ham absolutely played us off the park, 2-0. We were horrendous. Played against Liverpool, a 1-1 draw, a huge point taken away there. I mean, in hindsight, we scored from them scoring an own goal. We weren't necessarily firing all cylinders. So all of a sudden, we went from a miraculous high of 3 games to suddenly back down to earth with a bump. And that is where we come in to today's episode. So welcome in to the stream. If you are in the chat, please feel free to say hello. You guys are all our assistant managers, our board, our advisors, our scouts. You help us with all our transfers. If we have any decisions, we run polls in the chat, so you guys help us all make those decisions. So feel free to use your voice and speak up in the chat as we have a look now. Do we have some deals on the table for other players, Vic?
So people trying to come in for our players. I've just changed the Wi-Fi now, so I'm using the one upstairs rather than the one downstairs. So hopefully you won't chop out as much now. But yeah, we've got something in for Dodo. We've just extended his contract. What?
Pip Pop Anonymous. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Look at his face. Anyway, you were saying?
Disgusting. So Danny Olmo, we had just extended his contract because a couple of players were sniffing around. His contract actually expired at the end of next season, but people were sniffing around to try and get as much as as good a deal as they can without actually picking him up for free next year. So we extended his contract, but there is £10 million on the desk for him. Jarich, again, his contract actually expires this year, so people are looking to try and take him out to pick him up. It's actually a really good deal, that. He is 21 years old. However, we have just brought Katic and Ben White, so that could potentially be our future centre-back pairing. Fellaini was another one who had someone came in for him, but Sergio Canos, a player who just appeared in our team, I think he was on loan elsewhere. Is it? Yeah, he was a player that was on loan elsewhere, and he appeared into our squad in January last year, and I think we should just get rid of him, if I'm being honest. We're never going to use him because we didn't buy him.
Game? I don't think he's played a single game.
No. It broke the immersion for us, didn't it? Because he just appeared. We didn't actually want him in our team, so I think we can just get rid of him.
He's a Brentford player or something, and he just popped up. Like,
yeah.
just come back on loan. Sorry, Sergio Canos, but get to Middlesbrough.
Just accept him.
Yeah.
We can actually renegotiate and get a bit more for him.
Oh, they've got leeway for negotiation. Come on then, let's get it. Chappers says, I've been having a bit of a mare with my Wednesday save. Got promoted to the Prem, picked up points early on, but at the midway point, I've won 1 in my last 6, been beaten by Chelsea in the FA Cup at home 3-0, and haven't scored in my last 3 games. Shambles. Lothar Matthäus out. Get out of here. Sorry, if Lothar Matthäus...
3 mil?
Let's do it. They've got
it's only gone up by just short of 400. So we've got someone coming for Gayson as well, and Berchet. We're actually trying to get rid of Berchet, so that's interesting that they come back in. We've got some leeway, so we can potentially get maybe 3-2 for him.
Bird shit, as his name sounds like if you're playing old school PES. Bird shit. What? Is what? Bird shit. What? What's his name?
I would say Berchet, me.
It's Bird shit. It's Birchit. It's funny hearing Zaffacake say Berchet as well. Although I think he's saying it on purpose, but it's an Aussie. When have you ever met an Aussie called Berchet? It's Birchit. Birchit, although it doesn't have the O in it usually. It's usually just Burchet. Don't know why it's Borchet. Borchet. But yeah, push it up.
So we can renegotiate. We can potentially get 3-2.
Let's take that. I'd take that. He's not played a single game. That I've thought, he's added something to the team. He's got a little bit of pace on him, but not much.
So the only, so the other two that we've got available to us is Jarich and Gayson. We was actually contemplating getting rid of Gayson at one point. We just needed another right back to come in to swap because again, it's 1 in, 1 out. But we're only going to get rid of players that we're actually we think can bring it. Sorry, we're only going to get rid of players that potentially aren't doing as well, so we could bring someone in who would be a contender for a position because we can't afford to just have players in the squad who are just there to make up numbers. It needs to be 1 in, 1 out.
I mean, Jarich even has played really well when he's coming to the team, so I'm not necessarily of the feeling that we need to sell him. But what's his growth curve looking like? Does he go up much? Yeah, even by 23, he's only 21 at the moment, so by the time he hits 23, he's only going to be 76, so he's not really got much to offer. I mean, he's decent enough. He's on par with our other defenders. He's ahead of Fellaini, and that's my kind of thinking of maybe we.
Fellaini hasn't got long left with us, has he? Because he's 34 years old now, whereas Jarich is 21.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we sign his contract, give him a contract renewal, should I say? Because the key thing for us is only 400k. His salary is 400k. Yes, he will give us 9 million to play with. However, the flip side of what I'm thinking is we sell him for a good price and we add another 10 million-ish to our transfer budget. That gives us 20 million. Another 400k to our salary budget. That gives us 2.5 million. We could then buy another quality caliber player. So I'd be inclined to try and negotiate that price up a little bit and see if we can find someone that takes us to the next level. Maybe even one more. let's see if they go for that. Because there's four clubs sniffing around for him. And then try identify a good centre back that's even above Katic and above White, and then that gives us someone that can. So we'll essentially still have 4 defenders. Then we'll have Delaney until he retires. We'll have White and Katic, and then we'll have Mr. A another as the defender. Sarr, I'd take Sarr in an absolute heartbeat, but 16. Oh, actually, what's his release fee?
25. So Benkovic is definitely in our ballpark. We could potentially take him. His wages are well, obviously the better the player, the more the wages are going to be. That's the issue.
See, Sarr is an absolute machine. I would love to take Sarr. His salary is a little bit lower than Benkovic's, and he would fit within that salary budget. We'd waste our entire budget on a defender, but it'd be a position that we have covered. But look at that, 21 and 81 overall. So he's got 2 better overall than Benkovic, and 2 years younger than him. But it's a case of, do we want to spend all that money there? I think it. Maybe we sit on this until we get closer to January. Keep this in mind, and then see if our scouts bring some. Maybe change our scouts to look at bringing us a solid defender.
We don't need any strikers at the moment, do we?
I'd probably. Nah. We've got decent striking options. They're not the best, but we're covered there. They know how to play. We know how to get what we need out of them. Rise, sup lads. And on the list there now, how much would it cost for Twanzebe?
Good question. I think it's 9 mil.
I do like
and his wages are just short of $1 million.
I do like Axel Twanzebe. The thing is, though, he's not as good overall as Jaric. So is he a step down?
Yeah.
74. Jaric is 75. Plus he's already
He's older than Jaric as well.
I mean, he has a class face, but don't get me wrong. And he is a good all-round player, but it's just, we have to remember, obviously, we're 2 years in now because we're into the second season. He's not actually, he's like Lingard. He's not as young as you think he is. So yeah, for that sort of overall, you kind of expect a bit more from him. I mean,
it's because he doesn't play in the United team often, though, does he? It's like when you see a player get into the first team, you expect him to be a youngster, and it turns out that they're actually 23, and they've just been on loan for the last 6 years.
I mean, Aya, who was on the list as well, he's a player that we did go for previously. Turned us down because we weren't in the Premiership at that point in time. He's someone maybe, but I think if we, what did you set up the scouting options? So maybe change it to specific position centre back area. Maybe just, I wonder, do we see? You can use this to be quite good in terms of if you set that to, say, if we want someone specific like Sarr, we could set it specifically to France, and then it'll find us centre backs. And if it does eventually find Sarr, then we'll get him at a lower cost because our scout has negotiated with him. If it doesn't find Sarr, then obviously we can't. So that's where you either laser focus it on a country, hoping that you find someone specific. So it's I'd say either put it as Europe or put it as France, so that we can just get the best players from across Europe, or we go for France and hopefully it finds Sarr.
I mean, I'm easy just to go with France for the time being.
I mean, if that brings us someone like a Kimpembe or someone else instead, then maybe. Yeah. So yeah, let's do that. So that I'm not overloading, we can get games in. My top scout at centre back Schurz. I don't even know who Schurz is.
They've just got Control and F in here. Oh, double R.
How do you pronounce it?
Okay.
Just do SC it. Yeah.
Schurz.
Not seeing anyone.
Doesn't look like he's in here.
Who is?
Plays for Ajax.
Is it SCH? SCH, that's it. Schurz.
He's there. Yeah.
How old is it? 21,
21.
So he is a bit of an improvement on Jaric overall. Doesn't look particularly amazing in that sense. Rising shots and weighted
No.
passing, and he's got interception. Let's get him on the list. See what the scouts bring back. So we're going to scout France, see if we can find any French central defenders, and then we can deal with that. Oh, as we get to that point, let me jump over. There we go. So there we are. That's kind of the form. That's kind of what we're dealing with. We don't really have any money to play with at the moment. We've got the potential to sell Jaric, a player that we don't necessarily want to get rid of, but he could potentially unlock something even better for us going forward. Interesting, though, as this match, as you can see from this, it's Ice Cream Uploads Burnley, and we get a chance to play a former player of ours in Osako, who spent 6 months with us last season, played extremely well. But obviously moved on so that we could bring in Alexander Isak. So it's a chance for Isak to play his former number's sake, if that's even a word. Isak obviously starts on the right of our attack alongside Castolo, exact same position that Osako occupies at Burnley. So nice to see a player who was a hard worker for the club. Only spent a short time here, but fond memories of the man. Fond memories.
Okay, so we've got some tactical changes coming in today. We're going to play Katic and Ben White for the first time this season, as Katic is banged up for it. We're going to give Fellaini a rest in this one. Frimpong remains on the right-hand side, Alphonso Davies on the left. Jimenez comes in for Kubo, as Kubo seems to have come down with some sort of injury. We'll get that looked into by our medical staff later on. Isak, again, partners Castolo, the formidable forces up front, the bagsman. They didn't really play well in the last couple of games, so we're hoping that a couple of days rest may hopefully give them a chance to get back into form again, with Dodo playing in the CDM role, as you would expect.
Absolutely. I mean, a couple of things for those of you that missed last stream. Jude Bellingham sits on the bench for us. Last minute acquisition, bought because he was cheap and he was there almost. He's good talent, recommended by one of the scouts. So we thought we'd have a look. Actually, you know what? We'll get him, and he's played phenomenally for us already in the few games that he's had here. So no doubt we'll expect to see him make some sort of appearance as we go through this game. Officials mugging us off with some sort of cheap Pound Lab kit there. We're not having that. We're getting back into the official Ice Cream Plaza away shirt, and let's get this on the road. Pre-match press conference. Do you know what? There's been a little bit of negativity around the club recently because we haven't. Oh no, never mind. It's fine. We'll just keep padding in the pre-match press conference. It's fine. There's been a little bit of negativity. Oh, I wonder if that's anything to do with numberage stuff.
No, I've already played a game with a number.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, a little bit of pre-match negativity. Because we didn't have the greatest run of games coming into this. Our last 3 games, though, are a win, a draw, and a loss. So we're still breaking even across all of that. And we're only newly promoted from the Championship. So if anyone does have any issues with Ice Cream Uploads being 4th in the league coming into this game, then you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because that is absolute shit show. Ice Cream Uploads currently have 10 points. We've taken a point away from Liverpool and smashed Newcastle at St James's Park 3 or 4-0 it was. 4-0 it was. So, yeah, don't want any negativity coming to this. I mean, the team that we've got have been performing way above and beyond the level that anyone should or could expect them to do so. So I'm happy with everything I've seen. I'm happy with that. So, is it working? Yeah,
I don't know.
Sorry, I was just talking to the technical guys, making sure this microphone just in front of me here is working. Apparently it is. Microphone feedback. That was actual microphone feedback and not me just doing it from a mouth, by the way. That's an actual me testing the microphone. Yeah. I don't even know if that came through, actually.
You have to unplug your pad.
It's gone. Any other questions? Whoa, I've just suddenly gone blurry. On the back. No, I'm not. There we go. Bit blurry, boss. Just lean forward. Sort it out. Jobs are good. Any other questions for this pre-match conference? And I'm 100% just waiting for questions, and it's nothing to do with the fact that the game is crashing in the background, so we're just making sure it's working. That's all. It's fine. Yeah, nice. Obviously, as mentioned, Kubo is out for this fixture. He's not feeling great, so we've had to bring Himalayas back in, or at least that was the case. I mean, it'll still be the case, won't it? Because we won't have progressed, so that, form will still be the same. Yeah, so Kubo is out in this game. Isak is up top alongside Castolo, and I think it's a big game for Isak. He's had a bit of criticisms coming into this game. Obviously, from our own camp, one of our chief scouts, Ads Plays, keeps shouting Isak from the stands, which is bizarre because that's not how you pronounce his name. I don't understand why he says it like that. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, Isak rings out from Ads all the time whilst we're in matches, and Isak suddenly, occasionally may miss a pass, something. He'll play phenomenally, silence, but as soon as he does something even marginally wrong, Isak rings out. However, this is a big game for him because it gives us an opportunity to see whether we were right to take the decision to lose Osako and bring in Isak in his place. That was the decision. Osako was our number 20 last year for 6 months before he moved on to Burnley. Isak, obviously, inherited that number and came in straight after as a result. So it's time for him to show what he can do. Hopefully he does exactly that. Questions? Okay, we have one from just on the side there. Says, in terms of league standings, where do you expect to be coming in January? Good question. Oh, 1 second. Okay, has Parsec died? I think Parsec's died. Well,
I don't think it should be showing you there if that's the case. 1 sec. That still says you there.
How do I get? Okay. It might help if I put my controller back in. This is going well. Okay, plugged in. No? No? Oh, what?
Is it on your screen?
Yes, I've got it on my screen here, yeah. Okay, try again. There we go. I don't know, I just unplugged it and replugged it back in again. Fine. Anyway, in terms of standards, when do you expect to come in January? Do you know what? We've said, what was it, top 7 we said to the board? I always keep forgetting. Was it top 13 or something?
No, 13 originally.
Yeah, top 13. If we get top half of the table, I'm more than happy. I genuinely would love to see Ice Cream Uploads in Liverpool. I mean, I would, because I'd love to smash the fuckers because they took a point from us. But I mean, in Europe, I don't know. I genuinely would love to see Ice Cream Uploads in Europe. But I can't see us being up in there. I mean, you saw that against Liverpool. We had some edge, some attacking talent, but we didn't necessarily have everything we needed to compete with that top 4, top 6 sort of position. So maybe just outside of Europe is what we should be hoping for. We're in 4th at the moment. Not necessarily in free fall, but yeah, that's kind of more fitting than being at the top of the table at where we started off. With his dip in form, we would like to see any tactical changes for the upcoming game. No, I think we stick to our guns. We've played very well. It's sorted us through the championship. We know how to play our game. I think we make other people play our game. And with that, Bibby's not even got time to answer any questions because I want to jump out because there's another narrative. Apparently, due to the mix-ups with our shirts, we started the season with championship numbering. We had a word with our kit manufacturers, and apparently the person in charge of printing has had some sort of cock-up with the shirts. Is that right, Bib?
It does appear so, yeah. So we have sent our shirts off for reprinting. He has forgotten that we're actually in the Premier League now. So on the left-hand side of the shirt, usually where you find the Premier League logo, we still have the Sky Bet one. So we'll be asking for a full refund on there. But it also feels like he's made the numbers a little bit bigger than they should be as well. So the naming on the back of the shirts is fine. However, the numbers are slightly bigger than they should be. So we will be asking for a full refund.
If you're unaware, Castolo is because it's massive. I mean, apparently though, I've been told that this is a reason. There is a reason for that. It's so that our shirts are more accessible to those with short sight. Players' numbers can be seen from literally miles away now, which is I suppose good. I mean, look, Callum Wood's number 9 looks nice. Not showing us Himalay's number because it's massive.
Takes up the old ground.
It doesn't actually look too bad from far away. Just means you can see the
No.
numbers.
Imagine what it's like in the replays.
Change loud noises for big numbers. Loud noises. Oh, through the middle. Oh, yes.
Oh! Oh! Matondo, get there!
Oh. Jezza Frimps. What
Well
a guy.
in.
88 to number 8.
Oh, it's kind of in between that, wasn't it?
Yeah. It changed me to Olmo, but it already kind of like stuck in animation. If I'd have known he was going to get stuck in an animation off the ball, I'd have super cancelled it, but...
Oh, I think I'm just off. Ah. And also, Rose Park is having to host this fixture. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it was anything to do with the fact that we were trying to play at Turf Moor and it decided to break the game leading into the tunnel. I'm not saying that at all. They've had to rearrange the fixture, clearly.
Brad Matondo gets a chance to open up. Now he has runners in front of him. Keeps his run going. Feeds Castolo!
Oh.
And just not what we needed on the pass there. While there are technical difficulties, maybe, what's the thing you're doing on Friday and what time's it going to be?
Well, you'll have to wait and see because I will be putting some advertisements out on our Ice Cream Uploads Twitter later on today after I come back from golf. That's a slight disclaimer. You'll be seeing some adverts of what it is that I'll be doing on Friday on our social medias. The only person that knows what I'm doing so far is Chucky because we're all in the same PES group. But yeah, I cannot wait.
Oh.
For those of you that absolutely love playing old PES games, you're going to absolutely adore this.
Oh,
why
just
is it
let
not
it
linked
run
onto
across him.
that?
Yeah.
Do you know what, right? Because I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller on my PC, I don't super cancel as much as I do on the PlayStation, and it's worrying me now. There's certain situations where the ball's running, but I think, oh, I could just super cancel that and then forget to press all the buttons. Get offside.
Ref just waited about 6 weeks for that. Is the technical difficulties we've done that one. Face that Turf Moor appears to have been plunged into darkness. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, rumor has it that Turf Moor grounds peopleness just don't pay their electricity bills. So you walk out the stadium, it's absolute pitch black. I mean, we've seen it before. So fixtures have been rearranged. We had it in the Championship with a few teams as well. So it's just, I mean, COVID is clearly having an impact on the finances in world football. At least UK football. What a ball. Oh, ball!
Hello!
Oh!
Crashes off the Denver. Fantastic football again by the boys. Oh. Well played. Here we go. The counter attack of all counter attacks. Go on, get ready. There he is.
Oh,
unlucky.
Ball! Shithouse player select. Trying to fucking get hold of Isak and I pressed it, nothing happened. And then it gave it him and then chose someone else. So when I finally got hold of him, he was just stood flat-footed.
Oh! Castolo!
There's me in mid-complaint and Castolo's like, shut up, boss.
What an absolute thunder bastard. Is it me or does it feel like the numbers have actually resized themselves?
It does a bit, yeah.
Because they don't feel that big. Now that is a hit. Rolling back the years.
Dink. Smash.
The goalkeeper literally had zero sight of that.
I had zero sight of that. I'm stood there whinging about Isak. Jojo Leem said...
Absolute thunderbastard.
Oh, it was Jojo Leem. That's who asked the question earlier on. I did say that someone in the scoop asked if we were playing PES. Oh, fucking hell. That was supposed to be down to the full. What's it doing? Fucking full blast at the keeper.
I was having flashbacks to the last episode then.
What, Valene?
Yeah. That's not what was meant to happen at all.
The hell was that? Oh, as if. Fuck it, having him. This is an absolute script goal, 100%.
That was my fault. I tried being too smart there. But I tried putting it in Dodo's feet.
Horrendous.
Oh.
Fuck for that.
Get that on goals on Sunday immediately, says Chappers.
We need, whenever we're not playing well, we need Jojo Lean to leave the chat and then come back in again, because every time I enter the PES streams, you guys score a booty almost immediately. Okay, we'll send you a message when we need you to join. Thank you very much for being here again. Oh, nice attack. We've got bodies. Solo bicycle. Oh, why is he jumping for the head?
Latono doing well to shield that ball. Getting his body and soul in front of it.
You wouldn't play it. Just had the fucking power bar there forever. Just gonna take a touch. Just gonna take a touch. And a touch. How about a touch? Shall I take a touch? Here's a touch. I'll have a touch. Do you want a touch? Let's take a touch. Nice. Big win. Ben White's been solid at heart of our defence.
Oh, shit.
And he's got a chance to be solid.
Yeah, the two
once
summer
again.
signings for the centre-backs have been phenomenal.
I think all of our summer signings have been pretty good for us so far. None of them have looked even half out of sorts. Fucking... Fuck's sake.
Why isn't he putting his head on that? Alva scored 2 own goals in the last 2 matches. How is this possible? How is this fucking possible? I want to head it back to the goalkeeper. Why is he using his foot there? Look at that! Oh, for fuck's sake! You know what? I'm not even going to bother next time. I'm just going to fucking launch that out. I'm not even going to try and play it back to the goalkeeper to start again. What's the point? Last 2 times I've done that, I've fucking scored an own goal.
So what were we saying about Ben White?
The poor sod, we bring him in for Valene, he does the exact same thing.
Ben fucking White, shithouse, ex-Leeds tosser. Not happy with that.
Bloody hell.
Straight back out for the second half.
I tell you what though, it's time to finish.
Not as good as Valene's. Oh, just weak. No, it was a deflection, but even that, it was just feeble.
Get up.
Oh, never.
Oh, shit.
Good lad, Alfonso.
Well covered. He's coming from the left back all the way over to the right back. Oh.
Ah!
Great
Good
ball.
touch, Dodo. Oh, never. Yeah, Danny almost stood there in all that space. Pass it back down there. Great plan. Oh, just get...
Oh! Whistles past the right-hand post. Unlucky, boys. We played some good stuff there. A little intricate one-touch football into feet. Come on, boys. Come on. Well, Castolo is coming deep. Isak is coming deep.
Oh,
Get them little legs going.
first time. What the hell?
Oh, he's swerving.
Absolute swaz fest.
Yeah, he was off balance when he was already on the deck when he kicked that. It's more like a toe peck. Oh!
I wonder why you ran him like miles offside. So I thought I'll get hold of him and bring him back on.
Him. I thought he was going to throw it to him straight away. He can't be offside for a throw in, so I just made a load of room on the right hand side. I thought that's where it was going.
No, I don't believe in Pez. I think he'd give it offside.
I'll get the cover. There
Good
we
luck,
go.
Peeps.
Hold him off a little bit. Bring some subs on soon. Fans are screaming out for Bellingham in rich form at the moment.
Oh, Dodo just got caught out trying to make something happen.
Come on, Davis. You've got the pace, son. Well done. No!
Well too soon. Oh, fuck off.
No, it wasn't him that I was going for. I was meant to go to Matondo on the left. Been a tough one. Can't believe I scored another fucking own free. Another own goal. Ooh, interesting. The ball.
Full powered through ball that. I was expecting you to be able to run onto that. He's
Oh, Jojo must have just come back in. What a strike. What a strike. They always look better when they're going off the crossbar.
Nope.
Isak's number looks massive.
What? I mean, touch and then. Oh. Great
Well done,
goal.
boys.
Hero strike finish. 100%. We asked Danny Olmo to step up to prove that we were right in bringing him in place of Osako, and he's done exactly that. Osaku?
In front of the Burnley fans.
What, boys?
In front of the Burnley fans giving him a load of shit. He must have had foot like a traction engine.
Oh. Oh.
Fuck's sake. Well, in Matondo. All the way back there.
Is that Ben White making a run as well?
It
is, yeah.
It could potentially be, yes. Filling in.
Oh, fuck off.
Isak. Full of confidence. Big win. Oh, yes. That's why we needed the height in defence.
Danny Olmo
Towering presence.
turned away from the ball, though. Big win in defence, and then... Oh, go on, my left. Oh, beautiful. Time for some subs, I think so. We've got some tired players out there.
Just pissing it down at Turf Moor.
D-Mac! Afternoon, ice cream. How's it going, lads? We're 2-1 up at Burnley. We scored 3 goals.
Afternoon, pal.
The Premiership, I think, is definitely exposing some of our weaknesses. We've scored
Definitely.
2 own goals and had an own goal scored for us in the last 3 games alone, I think it is. So every one of the last 3 games has had an own goal. One against us, one for us, and another against us in this game. And Ads has showed up just in time. Rumour has it that Ads has been here all along, but because Isak scored an absolute screamer, he's made it sound like he's only just turned up.
A 2-1 up and maybe scored all 3. Damn right.
Weak. I know Bellingham's been playing good, but not good enough for that. Oh. Dodo keeps on the pressure.
Oh, they're just launching it out now. Peg back.
Isak, come on. Just a simple pass. You scored an absolute screamer. Can't manage a simple pass. It's the ads players effect. That's what it is. Shows up and Isak suddenly feels like he's getting bullied again.
Oh,
Robbie Brady.
Ruskin's just injured him. Went in for a challenge with Ruskin. Oh, and that's their final substitution as well, I think. And they didn't bring the injured player off, so they could be potentially down to 10 men at this point. Very odd substitution there from Sean Dyche.
Ah.
Davis. Looking a bit worse for wear out there. Oh!
It's shit when it does that. It's done that so many times recently. Playing the ball to me and it's coming to me and your guy picks it up. Just cuts out the extra pass. Nice, great. We've got no ability to play a ball now.
Ugh. Well in. What? Ref, look where the ball's gone. D-Max says, I've been playing GTA Online, forgot how good that game is. Mate, that game is amazing.
Don't even feel right calling it a game. It's that good. Stoppage time now.
Oh. That's twice they've gone for an overhead. Well in. Fucking levering that.
100%. Isak. Oh.
It's closing down. Come on, boys. We're on the brink of
here.
a massive 3 points here. That'll do.
Oh. Act the run.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh.
Deflection.
Roberto. That should be it, though. Yeah, massive 3 points. Massive 3 points.
Time to leave and come back.
Well done, boys.
It's alright, we'll save it. Don't leave yet. So that when we need it, we're up then. It's fine. Still adapted to life in the Premiership. You can tell. Even the likes of Burnley, who aren't top end of the Premiership, unsettling our players. We're not playing the smooth flowing football we had at the end of the Championship season. But 3 points is 3 points.
3 points is 3 points, you're right. Isaac, give the man of the match performance.
Post-match interview.
All right, so score. No, sorry.
Come on, babe, you have the words.
Okay,
Seeing as I didn't let you speak in the pre-match one because you were fixing shit.
So, I mean, we did have a decent overall game. I think we can't be too disheartened about it. I mean, the only shot that they had on goal was definitely from my right foot. Oh, sorry, Ben White's right foot. As he tried to go back to the keeper with a header, missed the header, hits his foot, and then goes towards the goalkeeper's net, who for some reason ran past the ball, must have seen his nan in the crowd or something like that, ran after her, and then realised the ball had gone in after going off the post. But apart from that, Burnley didn't really trouble us. Our problem is at the moment we don't seem to have that nice interchangeable football where we're getting into feet, but we're not getting our heads up to look at the next pass, whether or not it's going left, right. If in doubt, we need to go back. That's the problem that we're not having at the moment. However, Isak today was phenomenal. Both the goals that we scored today was Premier League quality. We can't argue with that. It's just we need to get a bit more creative in the final third, shall we say. We need to get our heads up, look for the pass, look for the movement, expect the players to make the move, and we just need to get that ball on the floor a bit more crisper. But as soon as we've had chances, we've looked like we troubled the goalkeeper, and that's all we can ask for in the Premier League.
I agree 100%. Talking about Premier League caliber strikers, Castolo, obviously, getting on a bit now. I mean, he says that himself, he won't mind me saying, but still doesn't play like he's getting on a bit. He plays like he's got all the years left under the sun in him. I mean, that finish, that fucking chip up and volley, bang! Yes, we'll take that all day. And then that was a shoe-in to be goal of the game. You're not going to see anything better than that. And then up steps Alexander Isak with that absolute thunder bastard. I mean, Castolo's was a thunder bastard, and that was a thunder bastard in off the crossbar. It always looks better when it goes off the crossbar. So 3 more points, we march on. GG boys, GG boys. Anyway, let's have a look at the results elsewhere as Bibby gives us his best Saturday afternoon. Burnley 1, Ice Cream Blues 2.
I think we'll be here all day if we go through that. But Liverpool have drawn at home to Fulham. A bit of a shock result there from newly promoted Fulham, as they managed to snatch 1 point away from Liverpool. West Ham have drawn 2-2 with Newcastle United. Watford have drawn 1-1 with Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest have drew 0-0 with Brighton Hove Albion. It looks like it's been an absolute draw fest in the Premier League today. Man City drawing at home to Tottenham Hotspur 2-2. Chelsea losing 2-0 at Bournemouth. A bit of a shock result there at Stamford Bridge. Wolverhampton Wanderers winning 4-0 against Arsenal. Norwich losing 1-0 to Everton at home. And Man United drawing 2-2 with Leicester. That's a hell of a week for us.
Absolutely.
That ensures that we're back on top of the table.
Fuck yeah. Let's have more draws throughout the Premiership. Let's give us more of that. War Doctor says, hello, boys. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Fresh off the... I don't know if you caught me dedicating that PUBG chicken dinner to you yesterday as well, War Doctor, because you were talking me all the way through it. So yeah, welcome back again. Georgia Liam says, bruh, Chelsea losing to Bournemouth. I mean, Arsenal got done 4-0 as well.
Right. Fulham at the dizzy heights of 8.
I know, it's amazing. Liverpool losing 4 points spread across us and Fulham, 2 newly promoted teams, both taking 2 points away. Taking a point away, should I say, from Liverpool. That's amazing. Rice says, I would like to add I am officially stealing the term thunder bastard, such a catchphrase. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Here we go.
This is the one. This is... Do you know what? Let's just... I don't even know where do we go to talk this one over? I don't even know where to go. Let me think. Do you know what? We'll do this. Actually, well... Oh, you're changing the...
Yeah, it died last time, didn't it?
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that as it is. We've got an interview with Ice Cream Uploads Fan TV. Nope, that's Ice Cream Uploads Fan TV. That's not what I meant. I meant Ice Uploads News, but there we go. Yeah. Got there eventually. So yeah, we're over a year into our contract. Things are going good. We are top of the league. But the league can just get out the window right now. We still believe if we finish anywhere near the top 7, we are absolutely overachieving. We told the board that we'll be happy to finish in the top 13. Stay secure in the Premiership with a bit of breathing room. That would be amazing for us. Forget that. That all goes out the window. We've only had 1 game in charge of Ice Cream Uploads FC in cup competitions. 1 game, and we got absolutely played off the park. 100% loss rate. Today is the day that we change that. Ice Cream Uploads are competing in the FA Cup, and we want to add some silverware. Yes, the championship trophy is nice, but only schoolboy clubs celebrate that by putting stars on their kits for when you get promoted to the championship. Anyway, forget that. Winning the championship is nice, but we want some proper silverware. The cup is across all of the league. The FA Cup, I mean, we play ourselves against the Premiership, the best in the league. We want that. The best in the league, I should say. We want something like that. If we don't believe we're going to win the Premiership, we're not sure if we're going to get in Europe. But the cup is one chance, something that we do have right in front of us right now. Just a few games between us and silverware, and that is where we want to focus, at least for this season. The league, yeah, we're on with that. The cup, that's for me. At least that is my priority. What are your thoughts, babe?
I agree. I mean, just getting out the first round of the cup will give us a nice little bit of confidence going into the next round. I mean, this is against Aston Villa, the very beatable side in the FA Cup first round. We have played against better teams and managed to get some results out of them. So, I mean, trying to make that 100% loss into a 50% win would be a massive confidence boost. I mean, half the team that played in that first round last season aren't even with the squad anymore. So we brought a lot of new faces in, some credible winners into the squad that will hopefully give us the confidence to go on and get and try and get into the next round.
100%. I'm hearing that apparently some audio came across the microphone while we were here in the studio from some of the Ice Cream Uploads board members. Apparently phrases that sounded like "lol Arsenal," They probably had David Luiz and Mustafi as their centre-back pairing, and Arsenal in tappers hashtag bring back Shamak. Apparently, phrases along those lines.
Bring back Mate, that hairline was the fucking worst thing I've seen in football.
Apparently, those phrases came out across the microphones. Just want to confirm those aren't phrases that Ice Cream uploads. Well, not entirely endorses, not entirely endorses, but yeah, just let's leave it as it is. Let's focus on the game. Let's get back into the office.
All right, lads. So we've actually had some offers come in. So the offer for Burchett, that we put up by nearly £3,000, has been agreed. So we can potentially get rid of him now. Mako, however, someone's coming for Mako. He's hardly played for us. He's played 22 games in 53. He's got 1 assist. He has been less than average with 5.8. I think that's a very good price.
He's not even played once this season, though, has he?
No.
Kubo has played and Himaleth has filled in. The idea was to sell Himaleth and keep Mako, but Mako's not even got anywhere near the pitch.
I think that's a good deal.
Do you know what? Let's have a first poll of the stream. Well, this is an instant impact one, so depending on what happens, this is how it goes. So, new poll question: sell Mako? Question mark. Answer yes. Answer no. 1 minute poll stands. Hiccup now. Hopefully that's in the chat. Yes, there it is. So sell Mako. Do we want to sell Mako? A player that was just there to add a bit of cover to our team, was never a player that was meant to start. He was probably going to be the long-term successor to Himaleth, but that is on the bench. However, he's not played a single game, and Himaleth still continues to find himself in the team. Do we sell him now, recoup £4 and a bit million, and add that to the transfer budget, maybe to help us bring in something in January? Or do we stick with him and look to sell Himaleth? Let us know your thoughts. Over halfway through the vote, and 100% of the votes at the moment say yes to sell Mako. So unless we get a big switch in the last few seconds, he's definitely on his way out of the club and will find himself on a plane to Fortuna Dusseldorf as the window opens in January. Another vote comes in once again with the yes. So I think it's almost a done deal. We have about 10 seconds left if you want to get your votes in there now. Ryan says he's been pushed out of the squad, so no point holding on to him, as we're most likely going to invest in someone else in due time. I think that quote summarises it all entirely, as far as I'm saying. Chappers says negotiate in terms of what to put more on the fee.
I mean, usually I would only do that when one of our members of staff tells us that we've got room to negotiate, but it doesn't actually say that.
The only reason it doesn't say that is because he's close to leaving anyway, so that's just the overriding factor. I mean, I would have just said gone with it. However, I would have said that with Holstenberg, and we ended up getting another few million for that. So maybe we can get a tad more by just.
Should we negotiate then?
Yeah, let's renegotiate, chappers. We'll listen to our staff just by a little bit, just to not take it too far. That's a good 10% boost. Let's go for that. I think. Yeah. There we go. 10% more on it. What?
What are we saying about Burchett? We asked for more. They've given us more. I think this has to be a done deal.
Yeah, I don't even think we take that one to a poll. We were already resigned at the fact that he was going. I think we just take it. He's gone. There we go. An extra $500,000 salary, an extra 3 and a bit million for the transfer budget. Sergi Canos.
Lovely stuff.
What happened with Canos? Did we?
Oh yeah. Did we ask for more money for him? I can't remember because it froze, didn't it? So we had to start
it did.
Again.
We did. We pushed it up. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. 3 million. Give us 3 million, and you can have him. He said we had room for negotiation.
Scouting isn't changed. I've just reset that.
Maybe just hit save on it just in case it crashes again. So we've got all them biddles done. Back into office, lads. So, FA Cup time. Ice Cream Uploads get a chance to hopefully make the fans proud as we start our FA Cup run. It's not the easiest of games, not by any stretch of the imagination. Last year, I can't remember who we lost against in the Cup last year. It wasn't big opponents, and it certainly wasn't opponents of the calibre of Aston Villa. And you can hear the groans from Bib, and we'll show you exactly why. Dodo, one of our most influential players, he's not having a good time. Kubo, not having a good time. Miles Vila, our backup keeper, not having a good time. I mean, that less so much, but Kubo has been offering us pace on the attacks on the wings, and Dodo, that defensive cover. But it does give us a chance to give Himmels, who's bang in form for this game, give us a chance to have him run out. And Jude Bellingham. Hey, Jude. We did have some chance. Every time we mention Bellingham's name, just sat here in the office, we hear Chapper's man running up and down the corridors of the ICU arena, just singing, na, 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 hey, Jude, to the point that Jude Bellingham is literally, he kind of like has a bit of a tick whenever he hears that now. As soon as someone says, like, no, but in a Mancunian accent, and go, nah, Jude Bellingham starts ticking. What? He's going to start going, nah, 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 nah. But he's been playing phenomenally for us, so I'm happy to see Bellingham back in the starting line. Hey, Jude. There we go.
So, yeah, as Graham said, Himmels comes in on the right-hand side. Jude Bellingham plays through the centre as Dodo isn't up for it today. So we'll actually not be playing with the CDM. We're just going to be playing with the CMF. Daniel Olmo keeps his place as per with the formidable strike force, Castolo and Isaac. With Matondo on the left, Alphonso Davies, Katic, Ben White remain as our centre-back pairings. Definitely ones for the future. Gearson on the right comes in for the out-of-form Frimpong.
Safanoff has boosted himself up to an 80 overall rating. So only the second player in our team, only the third player in our history to have had an 80-plus rating. Obviously, the other one, the highest-rated player for Ice Cream Upwards FC in history was Holstenberg, but he made way for Alphonso Davies with the aim that Alphonso Davies can usurp him at that place going forward. But, do you know what? Let's get into the pitch. Actually, we're not ready to go on the pitch because it's all not loading. The players are taking the time coming out, so... Yeah, oh, we can hear him. Suddenly the crowd have just woke up all at once. Ready, let's turn around and have a look at this. Oh, there's BBC graphics. Oh, they've gone. No.
It looks like we're playing in a neutral venue for the FA Cup.
Yeah, for some reason,
at the Berg Stadium.
That was imposed just this season. It's a thing that PES does, I don't know why. But yes, every stage of the FA Cup now is played at a neutral venue in a different country.
Well, it's good that we brought our British flags with us. Believe, fight, win. Fight for honour.
We're all the pies.
Social distancing.
I mean, ask Jack Grealish about that. He's good at social distancing. Oh, wait. No, he isn't. Apparently, I always read the BBC gossip column every morning. Apparently, breaking the fourth wall a bit. City are linked to signing Jack Grealish now. Is that right there?
Yeah, that's a bit mental, isn't it?
Gearson looks like an absolute photo fit there. We've not done well with that picture of him there. We probably could do the lad a little bit better. With a fake Julio Cesar in goal. Whenever his name gets announced on the tannoy, Julio Cesar! All the fans go, not that one! Not the one you're thinking! Oh, who's shaking hands?
Glory.
Come on, boys.
Here we go.
FA Cup glory. Even just one win in the FA Cup will have done what we've done last year. And we're Premiership now. We've got a better calibre of player in the team throughout the squad. Oh, nice. Pistolo comes looking for the ball.
Oh, try going round the corner.
Saw what you were going for as well.
Forced them into a mistake. We take a corner in the first 4 minutes of the game. Pressure is absolutely on them. I'm going to flick this back post, by the way.
Oh, never mind.
No, I'm not. Oh, I am. Still going to do it anyway. Well played.
What? Why? What the fuck is that? Played it all the way back to the... Let's go from this. I'm going to delete Twitch. Big win.
Well in. Well in.
Nice. Strong Castolo. Oh,
nearly. Very nearly.
It's knocked off balance of the first challenge. Meant he couldn't ride the second one.
Well
Big win.
in.
Oh,
Why has
why
he
is it?
chose me in? I was. That deselected me. I was Ben White covering the centre of the 6-yard box, and it's moved me to a different player.
Yeah, and then I got hold of the other guy, and he was charging at the ball, and then he stood still. Didn't want it anyway. Big win.
Well out. Well out.
Ref!
Go on, Olmo. Go on, Olmo.
Lovely. Oh.
Oh. Oh. What a ball. Well in.
Good run. Oh.
That'll do.
I saw Isak up front post. I thought I'm early crossing that. It's an absolute back post head.
Oh, too hard.
Absolutely sold me. Then dropped his shoulder and then just left me.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Aston Villa are holding their own so far. It's a tight game. Grealish getting marked out of the game by Bellingham.
Oh, and then Bellingham just with an absolute shocking pass there. MLS now teaming up with Bellingham, and neither of them can get hold of it, but it eventually comes back to them. Oh, lovely.
Isak. Danny Olmo! Oh! Crashes off the post.
Oh, Danny Olmo. Look at that FA Cup swipe then.
I think this may have been going wide.
Jojo Lee, sorry lads, I should have left the stream there. Oh, a bit further in again. Yeah.
I think there might be another corner. No, goal kick. Bastard.
Ah. It's been an intense 27 minutes this. It feels like we've been playing a lot longer than that. They've not made it easy for us, maybe that's why.
Oh!
How did he even get the power on that? Like, it was in front of him. He had to, like, he had his leg bent. He couldn't swing at it, but still managed to find the power. Not the accuracy, but, like, oh.
Good effort.
Why is he stood all the way up there?
Oh. Oh. Oh, Castola, why is he running away? Get it under control, son. Very tense first half so far.
Oh.
The pressure's is high line pressure from the boys.
Big win.
Oh, I thought he was going to go to Matondo, but that's a great turn. Castola! Oh, he's hit the beans again. Oh, can you believe it? Oh! Fuck!
How was Castola
What
managed
else do we need to do?
to turn in the box and get his shot away and still hit the post? Come on, boys, more of this. This absolutely stinks of a smash and grab from Villa, so we can't let that happen.
Finally! Finally!
Some beautiful play there as well.
Well done, boys.
Chairman's loving it. Look at this. Nice, intricate, close pass in.
Oh, the keeper's getting nowhere near that. He potentially should have come out for that, but he's in that corridor. He's in that little box in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Very difficult to try and keep from there. It is more or less an open net for any striker in that position.
The passing in the build-up. Shouts Giorgio Lean. Phenomenal 1-2 play. For a second thought, Danny Olmo had got in the way of Isak, but the two linked well. Oh, Ben White's caught out. Manages to get back, but
Oh!
Safanov hungry at his defence
belly
there.
flopped. The keeper, I think the big keeper was beating all ends up here. He didn't even bother moving for it. He just fell to the floor. That face build is class.
Yeah. Finally, Isak actually playing well. He's scored the winner in the last game, and he scored the only one in this game. He's playing superb right now.
Confidence is high. Castolo!
Oh!
Typical Castolo finish there. On the stroke of half time. He made it 33, but the guy's still a bagsman.
That was fucking beautiful. The first goal was good. That was better.
Well done, boys.
This play. Ding. Ding.
It's just give and goes. It's so basic. It's basic football. Like, it's give and go. Pass it into feet. Watch what your teammate's doing. If he's making a forward run, just give it him back. He's in bags of space there. And for a man who's 33 years old, championship goal scorer at last season with 39 goals, it's phenomenal scenes from Brazilian maestro.
You can hear Chappers
Fantastic.
as we're going for half time, screaming on his way down the tunnel. Oh, football! The players are literally sparkling. That's how good we were. We're like full on. It's like Dragon Ball Z. They're all going off like.
They're going Super Saiyan.
Again, some beautiful passing, says George Lee. Oh, I was impressed with that.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll cover centre. Well in.
Oh, it's you. It's me even. Oh, what was that? I'm there trying to. I'm like, why is it not letting me change the player? And then it was like, oh, it's because I've got it. Beautiful.
Danny Olmo! Oh.
There was no way I was not striking that one.
Absolutely not. You had bags of it. Halstenberger scored from there.
Looks like an Earth, Wind and Fire video going into the tunnel.
Do you remember?
The 21st night of September.
Oh shit.
Oh, I've left him.
That's a fantastic goal. Wesley pulls one back in the FA Cup with an overhead kick.
That Tyrone Mings build is class.
Keeper couldn't do much.
But you see me?
That's a humbling.
I pull off him then, not as opposed to pull him off, thinking the ball's going back into the centre of the box. So like there, I'm like, oh. I thought he was going to play it to whoever number 17 was, but no, he absolutely. Watch it. No, he's not playing it here. I'll go. Oh no.
Fantastic finish.
Careful, DMC, with that beautiful singing.
That's a bit of a humbling, that goal. What have we got off our sleeves there? With Himmelev rolling back the years.
Just doesn't have the pace that he once had.
Back.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
It's two passes that he just like didn't lock on. Jimenez is still rolling back the years. Castolo!
Speaking of rolling back the years! You can't give him that much space, lads. It's impossible to give him that much space. I don't understand why they do it. I do not understand why they do it. What a goal that was again. He just peels back, waits for the space. The defenders commit, and it's easy. It's easy. 22 yards out.
You've got to give props to Jimenez here. Drawing that number 11 out, just left Castolo all the space in the world. Still need to finish it though, and what an absolute strike it was. Julio Cesar, not that one. Nothing he could do about that one.
The rest of the league will never learn. You can't give Castolo that much space. It's impossible.
Jude Bellingham, but big covering them from Danny Olmo, and he's down. He doesn't look too happy with that. What?
He put his body and soul on the line there.
I thought they'd like given us like he'd fouled him then. I was going to say. Time for some changes.
What we're saying? Bringing Ardas in. Been a while since he's got a game on it.
Sounds good to me.
Lobato for Olmo. I think that'll.
Do we give Ruskin a run out?
Yeah, I won't be object to that. For Davis.
Do we even put him on instead of Gearson? Because he's looking at. Oh yeah, go on, Davis. We'll save his energy for the next game. Gearson ideally is not going to play the next game. What a mother trucking Bunderthastard. We need a Bunderthastard emote. Bunderthastard.
We haven't got much on it. So I'm just saying for no, Isak's not on anymore, is he?
Just punt it if you want.
Okay. See Castolo there.
Solo's got it though. Oh, I thought he had it then. Oh, good touch. Oh, good first touch. Horrible second touch.
Free kick. Is he going to book him?
It's a good face ball as well, that one.
Yeah.
It's not having it. Ref is mugging you off. Oh,
here we go.
This is where we need Danny Olmo. I don't think he doesn't. Does he have that
Not
swass?
too far that.
Yeah, I don't
no,
think
he doesn't. No, aim for the post. Should be good. Oh. If it had got over, I think we would have had half a chance then. Oh, he clocked the guy on the top of the forehead. Essentially knocked his wig off. Oh!
Jude Bellingham just everywhere in this game. Just bounced off his Barnet. That extra hair. We need to get him away from Dodo. Clearly the having that kind of caliber of player as your defensive role models paying off not just in the gameplay but in the hair follicle department as well. We need to sort that out for him.
Lobato! Oh!
He just opened.
Fantastic effort.
Injection of pace there is marked, but like when it comes down to him, it's marked, and then
great save by the keeper. The reaction's unreal.
Big save, Julio Cesar. Not that one.
Not that one.
Oh, got it though.
That'll do. 4-1 at the Berg Stadium. I hate this celebration so much.
Yeah, me too.
We got a bit lucky with that. They couldn't clear the lines, but Ardas picking up the pieces. Great finish into the bottom corner.
Yeah, made it look easy, but not easy to do. To take that ball one touch and get it out so smooth and effortlessly curled into the far corner with the other. I say effortless, it absolutely wasn't. Class from the player there. As well, just come on. So to be that fresh, takes some concentration from the lad.
I had no idea if the keeper were going to come get that.
Yeah, because your player had his power bar like.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'd have super cancelled it otherwise. The keeper just stood there waiting.
What's that? I know he's been bullied, but.
Oh. Is he offside or free kick?
It's got to be a free kick, yeah.
Oh.
Go on, ref. Come on. If that was us, Costello there, book him. Book him, ref. Book him. He's a dick. Book him.
I didn't even see what he did there. Oh, bit of afters.
We'll take that.
Oh, what do you reckon?
Yeah, go for it. Of course you got to do it.
Bit further out, so I might be able to get a bit more whip on it.
Yeah, I reckon that's looking good. Oh, close.
Not enough whip.
Sell Audax entirely over that in celebration.
Ryan says, now that's what I call making a statement. I agree. Like Graham said, he's only just come on and he's managed to bag. What does that say to the rest of the other two strikers? Tells him he's still here. Oh. Oh.
Hey. Hey. Oh.
Oh my God. I've just been manufactured.
Oh, takes it in his stride. Oh, I tried to play it.
Too giddy.
Yeah, I tried to play it, but just like Bambi. Nice. Trying to invite him to play it out wide. Oh. Lovely. Composed.
Oh, that was the right ball. Oh. Well in with the cover. Oh, it's covered well.
Oh, Ruskin got clattered then. I was going to say, ref, come on. Get someone booked here.
Bigger's learnt not to pass to the keeper anymore. No, I'm a bit anxious whenever I do pass to the goalkeeper now.
Del Boy, son of Castolo. I mean, those emotes are class, to be fair. The guy in the chat looks like a good family man.
Great ball. That's not the ball. Oh, it nearly ran through though.
Lovely. Castolo's absolutely shattered. That was shattered, not
Are the
shattered.
FA Cup games longer than normal?
It almost seems like it, doesn't it?
It feels like we've been playing this match for ages. Oh, sorry, we've been watching this match for ages.
Fair, it actually does. Oh, no.
Oh, 4-2. Dying embers of the game. Wesley picks up his second goal, but surely it's only a consolation at this point. It's a great finish, just picking up the pieces. Tried to clear it once, there's no midfield. Brings it back in, and they've thrown every man and his dog forward. Severely outnumbered.
And it's Ice Cream Uploads. Ice Cream Uploads FC. They're the greatest team in football the world has ever seen. Oh. Big win. Oh,
That's why we bought him. That's why you bring him in. It looks like finally we have a centre-back pairing that's just going to ease the transition from Fellaini. Oh! Referee. Dirty bastards.
Honestly, turned away from that. Finally, they give someone a yellow card. They've been doing that all game.
He's an old man.
Turns away. and then
Disgrace. Disgrace. The intent was there.
whip it. Oh, not.
Oh. Well played, boys. Next round of the FA Cup. Let's go.
Yeah, you hang your head in shame. There he is. Didn't even wear clothes. That's how good he is. I mean, his top doesn't fit him. It's literally like hanging off him. It's like being plastic molded on someone else's body and then he wears it. Like one of those suit of arms that you saw in medieval times.
Well, it was a heavily one-sided game. They had absolutely nothing. The 2 goals that they scored was good, but in terms of troubling, Staffanov, next to nothing.
Who were the Who were the goal scorers? Pistola got 2.
Isak and
Ordas got the last one.
Ordas, yes.
Big result. Ice Cream Uploads, under our command, their first ever cup win. We were out at the cup at the first chance last season. Didn't feel good at all. And this time, though, the reward for beating Aston Villa is, I mean, the other teams going through on our side of the table are Norwich and Wigan, Leicester, West Ham, Brighton, and then right down the bottom, United, we get Tottenham Hotspur. God damn it. And so we play one of the biggest teams you've got to feel in the Premiership. Not particularly the best in the league right now. Had a poor start to the season, but still not a team you want to get drawn against. 3-1, they defeat Preston North End. We come through with a 4-2 against Aston Villa, and that is our next round placing. If we do beat Spurs, though, we've got a couple of easier rounds before we get to Manchester United, potentially in the semis. So, do you know what? If we win this, if we win the next game, should I say, in the cup, we could go on a run. Exciting time to be an Ice Cream Uploads.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the other side of the bracket, the potential for who we may get in the final, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, all the big hitters.
Sheffield Wednesday.
In the other side.
I've got you, choppers.
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Forest.
One against Aston Villa, Alexander Isak's. Never mind. I was reading that, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it was the news article about Isak.
Oh, these have got no faces. Right, I'll come back to that in a second then.
Isak's opening strike was the catalyst for a goal. Festus Ice Cream Uploads FC ran out 4-2 victors. Isak had this to say after the dust settled on the match. I knew Danny Olmo was going to get the ball to me. It's something we've done countless times as training. Hopefully, we can take this momentum into the next game too. Got beaten by Man City 4-0. I didn't actually look at the result. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe not Wednesday then. Yannick
Bolly to be transferred.
I keep saying Yannick Bolly just because I had like Yannick Carrasco in my head. So the first time we signed him, I've been like Yannick Bolly, and I don't even know if that's even his name.
No one's even coming for him. Oh, so it's gone up by 411,000.
Get out of here! Get him out of here!
Bye, Michael. And Sergio Canos, it's been agreed. It's gone up as well.
Johan Bolly, that's his name. Yannick Bolly is a footballer, but a different one. There you go. Fun facts. You learn something new every day. Ice Cream Uploads.
We can get rid of this guy now, Sergio Canos. Gone up by 400k.
Get out of here.
So there's been a high turnover this season. So
that's Canos, Birchit, and Mako. That drops us down to a squad of only 23 players. Kind of like the minimum end of a squad that you want, but if they're all firing on all cylinders and they're all in good form, then that's all we need.
Oh, it's because you ain't got Chef the Coochie Chappers, you know what I mean? The Belly Flop King, the Stockport County and Oldham legend.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh my God.
It's back on screen. Oh, Matvey Safanov not in great form after that. Clearly, ate too much champagne after the game, but it does give Miles Filar a chance to run out. Is that the first time he will have played for Ice Cream and Plus?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
I mean, Katic though. I mean, let's forget the goals. Forget Castolo, Isaac, and Ordas. Who, I mean, it's easy to shout about them. Danny Olmo for the assists in that game. Katic starting alongside Ben White, and he's been phenomenal. So Fellaini is a player that we don't take for granted. Is a player that we don't want to lose, but obviously we know he's in his twilight years. Seeing Katic and Ben White perform so well together, big news for the team going forward.
Yeah. As you may or may not see on the screen, Jimenez he has picked up an injury and he'll be out for the next 3 days. Not that it matters because Kubo is in good form, so he would be starting anyway. Bellingham on the bench. We've got a choice of defenders ready and waiting. Dodo returns to the team alongside Olmo, and again, the formidable forces up front with Castolo and Isaac. Kubo on the right, Matondo on the left, as you would expect.
I hope the referees go back and look at that tackle on Jaric, on Jimenez, should I say, right at the end of that last game, where the player got the yellow card. I mean, they'd been doing it all the way through the game, and that was a filthy tackle. For it only to be a yellow card, and we was played for 3 days, the refs are having an absolute mare. I think they should go back and investigate that. Why not Jaric over Ben White? He's in better form. We're just trying to build on the partnership. Ben White is... well, he has a face and stuff like that, and he's been playing as our kind of like starting centre back. So we're trying to build the partnership. Jaric, we have an offer with as well, so maybe looking at getting rid of him. So I think that's probably the reasoning for it. And not only that, Jaric, I think can play in multiple positions, so having him off the bench gives us options for cover as well.
Yeah, if you can see the team chemistry, the team spirit is 82. We're trying to make that a little bit higher. So keeping this is hopefully going to be our back line going forward for many seasons. So trying to get them better team spirit as fast as possible is our absolute priority.
Yeah. And like we say, if not, Jaric is sat there ready to come on. He's a professional. He's come on off the bench a few times for us and played phenomenally. So, yeah, it's good to see you. Although, big shout out to Joe Lolly on the opposing team. Once of Huddersfield Town fame, was once referenced as the I think it was something like the Preston Messi or something like that. Maybe it wasn't Preston, but yeah. And now he plays for Notts Forest. So how did that work out for you? Anyway, pre-match interview. So we come into this fucking flash again. Honestly, I mean it's supposed to be a flash. Why is it permanently on? Turn it off. I mean, I can't even reach it. If I could, I'd put it out your hand. But yeah, coming in off the back of an FA Cup win. First win we've had as managers. It's taken too long. We admit that. We know that. We should have done better last season. But that allowed us to focus on the league, and we took advantage of that. And now we're here. So do you know what? Winning the bag last week, winning the bag the week before. We're expecting nothing but the same again tonight. Any thoughts from your side, Bib?
Yeah, hopefully we'll end up walking away with 3 points again. I mean, it's a massive game against newly promoted Nottingham Forest. They came up alongside us. We're hoping to try and make it so that we can get some distance between. Our aim at the moment is still 13th. To try, if we're in the top half of the table by January, which it looks like we are on course to at the moment, that'll be fantastic for us. So every single game matters. This is 110% the games that we should be winning. It's a very, very winnable game. We just need to make sure that we get our heads down for 90 minutes.
100%. The team now on the pitch. Look at Svilar's face build. As soon as I say that, it turns away and goes off the screen. Great. But Miles Svilar's face build looks fucking cute.
Why has Danny Olmo got a red card there?
I don't know. I don't understand what they're doing with the cards. It's like...
Does it mean what he's one away?
Potential.
Sammy Eliobi there with what looks like a duffel coat on.
He does. It's like looks like a Championship Manager cover from 2002.
He's got his collar popped. Thinks he's Usher, this guy. 90s joke there for anyone who's of our age.
I mean, hey ladies, hey fellas.
Fucking tune and a half that.
It is.
Davis getting acquainted with the ball early doors. Fantastic footwork. The old give and go. Oh, what a start! Danny Olmo. Almost rips the fucking net off.
Inspired by
Finish.
Davis taking a little bit of time to get acquainted with it. Danny Olmo. That's what we want from you every time. So the best way to get around his first touch is to make him do some stupidly pointless tricks, so it seems. What a finish, though.
Bunderfasted. The little give and go, it's worked well in the last couple of games. The keeper's getting nowhere near that. He's just literally throwing his body in the air to see if he can get close to it. But he'll look at this replay and go, fucking hell, I was nowhere near it.
Bunda Fastard. Oh. Yes! Fuck Forest. Oh, what a goal, showing Notts Forest Football Club why they are still in the Championship. I mean, they're actually in the Premiership, but they've, like us, tried to cling on to the wonder years by keeping their Championship number and lettering.
They know they're going straight back down. They can't afford to reprint the shirts.
Get out of here.
Danny Olmo coming in clutch with a few of his touches there early doors. It's been a while since we've had a world-class performance from him. Could this be the one?
Oh.
As I mentioned, to pop the shot off. But bodies and bodies in the 6-yard box every time you get the goal, and they've misplaced the pass again.
Oh.
Looking for the space, he's trying to work the gap.
I'd committed to the shot because I thought it was coming into the middle box, and then I realised it went out to Himalayas. I had to shot feint it. That's all.
Dodo breaking his foot off his art. That's something we always ask there.
Oh, Matondo.
Well, Matondo. Oh, he does all the hard work and then misplaces a 3-yard pass. Oh, Dodo again. The king.
Oh, it's not the one. Fucking.
You wanted Castolo, didn't you? At Isak.
Isak, yeah. Oh.
The crowd are in good voices today.
Yoink!
Oh.
Somehow managed it back to
Just
keeper.
Bergkampton. Oh. We've got a cocky prick. Referee. Biting the ankles there.
Absolute fizzed. There we go.
It's it, you twat. There we go.
Took all the time in the world. I was like,
you twat.
it's it, you twat.
It just took so long to get the ball under control. I was like, I powered it up twice and it cancelled it twice. Great finish against Forest.
Danny Olmo again, though. Finding his feet now in the Premiership. Dink. Just Isak waiting. Always waiting. Isakowski. Always waiting. Oh, I got lucky on
Their
that.
defender should have done so much better.
Yeah.
We're disappointed with that.
1 goal, 1 assist, says Georgia Lee. 100%. It's clearly built for the Premiership. It was almost like we got world-class play from him in the Championship, and then it was like he just forgot who he was in certain games. And I think maybe the Championship, the pace and the physicality just didn't suit the style of player he is. He's definitely been probably the most influential player in the Premiership so far. Maybe even he could put Isak. Oh my god! Just fucking trying to get over someone. There we go. I was gonna say maybe you could even put Isak in that category. Danny Olmo and Isak potentially on course for player of the seasons so far. Castolo still up there after winning it last season too.
Oh, little and large, Dodo still managing to climb above Sammy Abil. He's been shite. Like if he was a manager going into the changing room, you'd be like, you know what? In fact, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to mark him because he's done absolutely nothing. In before he scores now. Fucking hell!
Fuck's sake, baby!
Oh. Silence in the ICU arena. It's lackluster defending that. He had all the time in the world.
Smug Smile says, oops! Welcome in, Smug Smile.
Oh. Afternoon, Smog.
Let's see where Dodo took the ball then.
We're blaming Ben White. We're not going to blame me. I had nothing to do with it. I was just giving our defenders a pep talk and they took it for granted. Oh, what? That better for us.
It's not either.
West.
We getting 3 legends tomorrow?
Are we?
I don't know.
You're getting 2 legends on the scoop in the morning, tell you that much.
Goddamn right. We've got 1 legend wearing the number 9 in this team.
I have absolutely no idea. I can't remember the last time I played my club, mate.
Come on, Davis. This
It's all
is
about
you.
Masters
This
of the
is you. All you, Davis. Oh, hounded. Hounded. Still there. And there we
Well
go.
in. I'm trying to make it.
I was playing that down the line for Costello, and it just played it like, as in a through ball for Davis. God damn it.
Do you play the mobile version? I do not. If you could play it with a controller rather than the touchscreen buttons, because I have massive sausage fingers, it doesn't quite work for me. But if you could play it with a controller, then I would definitely be more interested. But you can't, so I'm not. Oh, hello, Cubo.
Oh, just a bit slow then, Costello.
Yeah.
Maybe fatigued from the efforts in the cup midweek. Oh, Alfonso's been up for this. I play that for fun and I swear it's so frustrating. I mean, my team is ridiculous on the mobile game, but all I do is leave it for a million weeks, log back in, have like a bajillion GP, spin the agents, get someone good, and then turn it back off again.
Yeah. I mean, I'd much rather, if they brought out that version for the Nintendo Switch, so I could just play the mobile version of the game on the Switch using the controller, that would suit me down to the ground. I will probably spend so many hours playing it, but you can't, so I don't. I don't like, it's so snobby to say, but I just don't get on with mobile games. I like mobile games that don't require instant finger put and stuff like that. So like playing Football Manager or WWE card game that I've got, I like those type of games. But playing actual mobile games like instant ones, then nah, it's not for me.
Oh, good vision by Kubo, seeing Costello in the middle. Just couldn't find the ball. Lovely.
Oh, just a bit weighty.
Bit weighty.
A bit
Kubo
weighty.
Again.
Oh, Costello nearly did his life. He could have killed him. Famously said by Alex Ferguson.
Oh. Costomo's look at Costomo. That's Costello meets Danny Olmo. Costomo.
Stomino.
Looks like he might need a bit of a rest. Costello just. By saying that, looks like Katic
Flagging
does
a
as
little
well.
bit. Oh, lovely.
I tried to play it back as well. Oh!
Hello. Oh. Get in. Oh, Costello. Not getting goal side. I'm going to try and block off the defender. That attacker. Right. God, it's a cracking ball, that.
Weak foot as well. Oh,
Oh, that's poor.
that's
I thought
beautiful.
Olmo was in the centre.
Yeah. That's why I was saying beautiful. I expected him to be there and then it just kept on going. I was like, oh, never mind.
Well,
Big covering. Good lad. Come on. Are they going to play this short? They've got players down there. It looks like they might do. Oh, no.
No, it's a decoy. Everyone out.
Lovely.
We are top of the league. Say we are top of the league. We are top of the league. Say we are top of the league. Ah. Ah. Oh, Castolo! You'd expect him to score there.
Some good play, rolling out of the attack and then once again rolling out and once again rolling out.
He got it goal side. He got it on his favoured right foot. He had the whole of the goal to aim for. Tried to be a little bit too, easy rolling it in that corner. Kangaroo the dog. Sup, lads? How's it going, mate?
What the hell? Oh, just a bit too much. The pace he needed to get the first ball out just meant that he couldn't get back into position. Sprimps.
Oh, speaking of recoveries.
I tried to put it down the line. It cut back inside.
Let's go. Oh! Let's make some subs. Let's bring some subs on. They're bringing some subs on. We'll do the same.
Chapper says you might want to check the latest edition for the images, clips, videos on Discord when the stream is done.
Interesting. I'm excited. And we're also worried at the same time. Matondo's bollocks. So we'll bring on Lobato, play him SS off the left-hand side. We'll bring Ruskin on for Frimpong because he's not looking too well on that right-hand side. He's looking a bit knackered.
Bellingham. Phenomenal player so far for us. Oh, I'm not in the game. And I'm back.
Right flank attack.
Oh.
We've been advised by our assistant managers, our tacticians in the chat to attack the right-hand side. Have they seen potential weaknesses on their left hand?
Castolo's in now. Body's in the box. On the edge of the box is Isak.
Boys, it's as easy as that. Well done, Isak. Where's Ad's plays when you need him? This little stop and go there. Well, it's not even a Cruyff turn because he's not been able to put it through his own legs, but the old fake shot to create the space for Isak at the edge of the box. Phenomenal stuff.
And Isak outside of the boot. You love to see it.
Makes it look so easy.
I mean, Isak and Danny Olmo definitely fighting for player of the season so far. The fans obviously have a lot of support, a lot of love for Castolo. But Danny Olmo and Isak, I mean, is Isak top scorer now? I mean, Castolo's
Yeah, I think he might be.
Been banging a few in, but this season.
I think there's been a bit of turmoil behind the scenes here because Chappers has been spreading wild rumours while Jojo is trying to be in support of his assistant manager. It's conspiracies. Oh! Isak is bollocks.
Oh!
Oh!
He had everything to do and he almost did it as well. Jude Bellingham, the youngster. Not looking like just a young central midfielder then. He looked like an accomplished striker almost on the edge of the box. As Dodo, look at the Dodo with that recovery there.
Oh, tried smacking the arse off that.
Oh, Alphonso Davies, what's he doing up here?
Davies! Oh, I think he's off. No, he's not. Lobato! Oh, great finish. He looked, for me, he looked like he was off. He took it over the pitch. Well done, boys.
What a finish. Good lad, Alphonso Davies. He didn't give up on the ball, realised they were a man down in midfield, so charged in to help Dodo, and then just releases Lobato.
It opened up. The keeper should have done so much better there. He was looking at his near post thinking, is he going to go near post? I've got it covered. Instead, opens his body up, far post, both. We'll take that.
Lobato happy to get on the score sheet. He doesn't get the minutes. He needs a bit of confidence, so that'll do him wonders. I mean, a huge value prospect, Lobato. Big price tag on his head. Nice to see him getting on the score sheet.
Fantastic win. Well done, boys. We beat the Forest.
Another, was that a 4-goal game or was that a 3-goal game? It was 4, wasn't it?
4-1. 5-goal game.
Oh, I meant to score it, yeah. So we scored 4 in another game. One thing that I wasn't sure, I mean, I knew we had good strikers compared to the rest of the team last season. Castolo, Isak, Ordas, Osako in there as well, Bolly in there. Compared to the rest of the team, we had some calibre of players there. Didn't expect, I mean, obviously we've got Kubo Matondo, we've got Frimpong, and we've got Davis. We've got centre-backs, so we've got goalkeepers. Midfield is okay with Danny Olmo, but I was thinking maybe we might come unstuck because we don't have Premiership strikers, but these guys are Premier League, so they are Premier League.
Yeah.
100%.
Strength in depth at the moment. Some of their players, 4.5 rating their goalkeeper. He's just had an absolute shocker.
Anyway, we'll pause on that for a second as Bibby gives us the Saturday night scores.
So obviously, the game that you just watched live on Sky Sports Football, Ice Cream Uploads versus Nottingham Forest 4-1.
That wasn't
Fulham.
said with enough Ice Cream Uploads.
You what?
4 Nottingham Forest.
Sorry.
1.
You want me to leave the spaces in between? I see what you're saying. So Fulham at Craven Cottage 2, Burnley away at Craven Cottage 4.
Whee.
I can't do this.
That's enough. That's enough.
Newcastle at St James's Park end up losing 4-2 to Liverpool, who ended up drawing their last game. Watford 2-2 at Vicarage Road, 2-2 against West Ham. Brighton and Hove Albion lose 1-0 at home to Manchester City. Tottenham draw 1-1 with Chelsea at the what the fuck's the new stadium called? White Hart Lane. Is it still White Hart Lane, isn't it? Bournemouth win 2-0 at home against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Arsenal again lose 2 games in a row now as Norwich City beat them at the Emirates Stadium. Everton get the massive dick 4-0 at Goodison Park against Manchester United. And Aston Villa end up losing 1-0 to Leicester City.
Tottenham once again dropping points. I mean, this one's against Chelsea, but they weren't high in the table to begin with. So let's have a look at how that impacts the Premiership table. Ice Cream Uploads remain top of the league, joint with Leicester City, of all people.
Come on!
Goddamn right. Second best goal difference in the league. Man United, free scoring. 18 goals scored by Ice Cream Uploads with 16. This is a team from the Championship, not Manchester United's calibre. We shouldn't be there, but we are, and that's where we intend to stay. I mean, it's where we will stay. It's not where necessarily where we intend. But still, as we look down the table, Tottenham, that point, so they dropped 2 points. They do still manage to climb up the table a little bit. They are now in 9th. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a surprise. Who's in the bottom of the table? Arsenal, just outside of the relegation places. Aston Villa, I mean, in retrospect, playing against Aston Villa, I thought was going to be a difficult game. Playing against a team that had the likes of Grealish and Wesley, but look at that, 1 point out of all of their games so far. 7 games and only 1 point.
We may not be able to pick up someone like Grealish for next to nothing if they end up getting relegated. That's something that we definitely should keep an eye on.
100%. 100%. I'd like Jack Grealish.
I would have fucking love him in the squad.
Wesley looked like when they first kicked off that game, I was like, "What the fuck's that?" I'd not seen his face build. I was like, "Is that Mbappe?" It's like, as a fucking Villa have got Mbappe.
Usually we end up having 3 games in each of the streams. That FA Cup game was definitely about half an hour long. It went on forever. But what day we on? Wednesday. In Friday's episode, have we got a hell
We've had
of
3
an
games,
episode for you?
haven't we?
It's definitely a make or break, isn't it?
I think we've had 3 games in this stream. Is that not what you meant?
Yeah. So usually we have 3 games in every stream. So that's the end of kind of today's. Our next 3 games are make and break.
I thought you were saying we'd only had 2. I was going to say, wait, I think we had 3. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's
so as
not.
you can see,
just going to say, it's not bad having a Premiership double header wrapped around our first FA Cup result. That is tasty. But look at a game that's a little bit closer to Bibby's heart than mine. But look at that for the next stream. What are your thoughts there, Bib?
I mean, ideally, out of 9 points in the next stream, we should be looking at least to try and beat Wolves. The other 2, we proved that we can play against the likes of Liverpool and come away with a point. It was an extremely difficult game, and under different circumstances, they ended up scoring an own goal, which then ended up giving us the 1-0 advantage going into half time. Unfortunately, they did end up scoring in the second half. But we've shown that we can play tactically against teams like that. We may have to try and figure out another formation to be able to just have a go at the likes of City, Chelsea, not Arsenal at this point because they're doing fucking toilet.
16.
We should be looking at we should be looking at taking 3 points from the likes of Arsenal. But the fact that City and Chelsea are still in the top 6 and they are getting results under their belt, it's going to be very difficult to go to the Etihad. However, Chelsea do come to us if we play a bit more reserved and be a bit more creative in their half. I think we could potentially get something from that. But the Wolves game, I think, is that's where we should go in and play the way that we play. Can you hear that?
It's because we're ice cream uploads. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not whippy ice cream. It's that shit scoop stuff. So absolutely
not. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the next stream. Friday, 12 noon-ish. Man City, Chelsea, and then Wolves. Wolves have been locked out of their own stadium for some reason. So we play the Etihad, then we come to the ICU Arena, and we go back to the Etihad for some reason. Wolves are just like, yeah, we'll play there. It's a better stadium than now. It's nice. But that is it. Ice cream uploads, as you can't see because we're in the way. Let's get back into the office. Ice cream uploads currently sit at the top of the table. Let's have a look at that without us in the way. 16 points, drawing with Leicester at the top of the table. Goal difference favours us. Manchester United just a point behind with the better goal difference right now. And then just behind them on 14 points each, Man City and Chelsea. Then we're to Liverpool on 13. 1 win separates the top 6, and what a 6 it is. Leicester, United, City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. All Premiership winning teams. Now we can add Liverpool into that. And then Ice Cream Uploads top the bunch. Is that a sign of things to come? Could Ice Cream Uploads be looking at Premiership winners' medals at the end of the season? You've got to hope. As Bibby's ragging out his esports jerseys over there. Oh, okay, not even his esports, his football jersey, should I say, his actual team jersey. That's
what I was trying to find it. I thought it was on the other side of the room. But yeah, you've seen it being worn by the Brazilian maestros, and you've seen it worn by everybody else in the ICU team. If you do want to get yourself one, I mean, this size is like 3 sizes too big for me. So it does absolutely bury me. But if you want to get your own ICU jersey, and then if you want to get the likes of Castolo or Bibinho on the back of your shirt with name and numbering, then you are free to do that. It's very well priced. Who was it that said that? Dan Lad Gaming.
Yeah. Nice to see merch that's not overpriced, and that's the thing. I mean, having an esports jersey that's custom printed with your own name and number on it for what is it, like $24.99 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not expensive at all. It's half the price of an actual football shirt.
Yeah, let me show you.
Why is Wolves versus ICU at the Etihad? Very good point. I mean, the names at the bottom are irrelevant. I don't understand why it says that. But when you actually go to play them, like we were playing at Molineux, I don't understand why it says the Etihad Stadium. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff because when we actually go to play at these places, it's the real place. I don't know why the text just randomizes where you're going to be playing.
Just going quick. Boom. There you go. This is the Ice Cream Uploads apparel. store, which is the exclamation mark merch link in the chat. The Ice Cream Uploads Esports Short Sleeve Jersey, $24.99. That is the same shirt that the players are wearing in the game. You get yours fully delivered and customized, $24.99 plus postage. And then there's a few extra bits on there as well. You want a mug? You want to? Yeah, it's all there. Do it. Anyway, that's enough of that. So, Ice Cream Uploads FC. Do you know what? I'd say it feels alien saying this, but we got to say it last season as well. So we are top of the league. So we are top of the league.
We are top of the league.
Can we get some up the ICUs in the chat? Kangaroo Dogs just dropped a few in as well. Thanks, Albert. But let's get some more up the ICUs in chat because the Ice Cream Uploads are going up. I mean, not really up. It's kind of sideways, I suppose. You can Europe up? I don't know. But we're going into Europe as it stands. Ice Cream Uploads. If we continue, we're on the verge of Champions League football. Nobody would have expected it. We still don't expect it. We expect maybe 7th push. At the moment, we sit in first. You can find out if we can continue at that pace on Friday, 12 noon, straight after the script here on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube on demand, then the very next episode will be coming very, very soon. Also on Friday, just not at 12 noon, just a little later on the day. But anyway, that is it. We are going to wrap things up. Bib, anything you want to throw in before we disappear?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all our assistant managers, our physios, our scouts, our tacticians, our catering staff, everybody that's been in the chat today to give us some much needed morale support. We've ended up coming away with the three-peat. We've got 3 back-to-back wins. We're in the next round of the cup. Friday should be a very interesting journey. Our first real test, I think, in the Premier League, especially back-to-back, because obviously we have played Liverpool already, but our first back-to-back real test. The fixtures are starting to come thick and fast, and they will be a bit more difficult than we potentially expect, but I'm sure we'll be able to try and get something out of it for you guys.
There we go. As Bib was chatting, I just quickly took us in the car without even saying anything. And the car's so quiet you didn't even hear the engine turn or anything. Drove us back to the Ice Cream Uploads Manor House. We have... what is it we've got in the oven today, Bib? I can't remember. I think it was...
Greg's vegan sausage rolls.
I thought that's what it was. I was hoping you was going to go there as well. A couple of Greg's vegan sausage rolls. And what was the other thing that was mentioned? I think Chapper's mentioned something else. But anyway, we're going to go chow down on them. Help yourselves to a vegan sausage roll or whatever. Standard sausage roll if you got one. Just a sausage. I don't know. Toilet roll if that floats your boat. I don't know what else to say. But anyway, we are going to drop off now. Thank you very much, everyone. Once again, Friday, the next episode of the Masters of the League show must go on. So we'll see you then, 12 noon. And if not, 10 a.m. in the morning for the scoop. Have a fantastic day. And as Plays says in the chat, stay frosty.